Okay, this is how I'm going to simplify this gold. This is gold XAU USD, and this is the current price action in gold. Let me simply explain to you so that you understand whether we're a downtrend or uptrend. This might be looking confusing to you, but let me explain to you in simple ways. The market was heavily downtrend, creating higher lows and higher highs and lower lows. So it was a downtrend. Then what happened is that when this was the lowest point, the price went before dropping down. I mean the highest point, the price went before dropping down. So I marked this one off and I call it a market shift. The market shifted from a downtrend to an uptrend. So here we are currently in uptrend because of this market shift here. This market shift, this was a market shift. So because of this market shift, we're in uptrend, and as we can see, and if we're in uptrend, what does that mean? It means the sellers are no longer in control of the market. The buyers, the bulls, are in control of the market. So the buyers control the market for a little while until at this point. This is a point where they lost the control, and this is where I'm going to be focusing on. The rest is noise. So I will go and I check when was the last time the market broke structure or shifted. It was at this point. Let me first explain to you. The market came here, up, down, up, then broke it. So what does this mean? This means that the sellers came back to the market at this point when they broke this, and this became another market shift to the downtrend. So it shows the buyers lost control of the market and the sellers gained power. So what do I do as a trader? I mark up this point, yes. Then what I do, this was the highest point. The price went for breaking structure. This will become my protected high, and this will become my swing high. 4H swing high. So when this become my swing high, so when is the lowest, where is the lowest point the market went? It was this one. So this one becomes my swing low. 4H swing low. So as after me identifying my swing range, this is my swing range. I'm going to be focusing only on my swing range. The rest outside my swing range is noise. It's noise. So what do? I drop down to the 15 minutes. This is how I approach. I drop down to the 15 minutes to understand the market in the median time frame. How is the market moving? What's the price action? What is the price telling me in the middle time frame? In the higher time frame, the price is telling me we are currently in a downtrend. The sellers are in control of the market. So I drop down to the middle time frame, which is 15 minutes to me. So what I do here is I also do the same, marking up my swing range. So here the price was heavily bullish. So it shows that the sellers are in the control of the market. The sellers are in control of the market. And where is the point where the sellers lost control of the market? Was at this point. This is the point where they lost the control of the market. The sellers and the buyers, the bulls, stepped into the market. What did they do? They pushed the market up. Then what happened is that the sellers came back to the market. How did they come back? They broke structure. Which structure? The lowest point the price was before creating a newer high, which is this one. So what do I do here? I mark off this one, and I call it a market shift to the downtrend. This is a market shift to the downtrend. So it shows that this was the point of interest. that cause the market shift. For the market to shift, it needs strong momentum, it needs a lot of orders. So this shows there was a lot of orders, which could be smart money, which could be institutions, which could be big money entered to the market, and they push the market down here. From this point, they push the market down here to break it or to shift. Then so when price came here, it continued down. So this is where I will be looking for my sales. When the price only taps into my zones, into my point of interest, is where I drop down to the 15 minutes, to the 5 minutes, which is to the 5 or 1 minute, which is my lower time frame. So what do I do here? I also try to identify which market structure are we in. Are we in a downtrend or in an uptrend? So here, as everyone can see here, we were currently uptrend. The market is just creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, until at this point of interest. This is where something happened. This is where we lost control of the market. So here I have many entry models I use. So I only enter when I see one of them appears, and it's when I enter. So what I see here, market shifted from here. This was the point of interest that broke structure to the uptrend, to the up direction, which is this one. They came like this, they pushed, then they broke up. They pushed, then they broke up to this high point. So they came, they broke them. So what do I do here? I go and I look at points of interest that might have caused that, which are either two, which is this one, and then this one, and then this one. Another point of interest. So how would I have entered as I would trade supply and demand? How would have I entered? I would have either wait for price to come here, but judging on the current price action to the sweep, a lot of liquidity was swept. A lot of liquidity was swept at these lows, these ones. A lot of liquidity was swept. So what I did here, or what I would do here, I would enter here. And how would I enter here? I just don't enter anyhow. What I do, I can drop down to the 1 minute. This is the lowest time frame I could ever go to. So price came, entered into my zone. So what do I see here? I see the price was trending up like this. It was up. It's just going up. Here until where this one. Then they pushed the market up. They didn't break this. So what they did, they pushed the market down to break structure. And where was the break of structure? Happened at this point. This is the point where the break of structure happened and where it took out. So what I do is that I mark up the zone that might have caused it, which were either two. This zone, which is this one zone actually. So the available liquidity at this point, what happened? The available liquidity was swept. As you can see, the available liquidity was swept, then the price moved down. This is one of the entry models I use, and this is how I would have entered if I'm to enter this trade. Actually, I didn't take this trade, but I realized after that I missed a good opportunity in gold, and which is okay. This is how I break down gold, or this is how I trade other pairs using my strategy. Please guys, I want you to support my channel. I'm new into YouTube. Please subscribe, like, share, and I will be grateful to create such content every week for you guys. Thank you so much. May God be with you.